It's been days, but I still expect Belle to burst in here with a question or theory to share. Varric gone, Balara taken, Minrathous. We were never getting out of this unscathed, but every hit hurts. Rook, I don't know how Solus made you forget what happened to Varric. If I'd known, I should have caught it. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure it could be caught.
Maybe, but still. Add it to my list of reasons to stop him.
So, Minrathous.
It's bad. Solus may have helped, but we can't trust that's benevolent. How much more can we take? When does it stop? If the Venatori want blood in the streets, I'll give it to them. We just need a way in. Whatever's happening out there, it's echoing here, in the Fade. The other day, I found wisps under my desk. They were hiding.
You're sure?
Had a strong feeling. I gave them an inkpot and some parchment with scribbled notes. It calmed them a little. If they felt safe here, I couldn't make them leave. It's almost time. I'm ready to put this job behind me.
Katerina sent me a vintage bottle of port to mark my ascension as First Talon. I plan to share it with Davran, with the sun at our feet.
I'll miss them too.
We will have to settle for stopping Elgernon and carving Davrin's name into his blighted heart. Now comes the fight for those we can still save. Despite the cost, Gillenane is dead. We should still count it a victory.
I knew you wouldn't miss twice. Are you okay?
I'm well, though that was no ordinary death blow. I assure you that striking down a god is not something any killer can mistake. That is worth remembering, given we still have 2 gods to destroy. The crows have been busy in Treviso. The madness of the comic, the butcher, Evenchi's mistakes. The wounds will heal with time, presuming the world does not end first. But victory is no final battle. It is everything that comes after. When you are ready to end this, Spite and I will be at your side.
You were a warden to the end, Davrin. A hero. But you were a lot more than that to this team. You were a friend. We couldn't find any trace of you. I don't know what to think about that. Whatever it means, we miss you, Davrin. Hassan, we're going to miss you, boy. You're one of a kind. Wherever you are, I hope it's filled with all the truffles you could ever imagine. And worms. Let's not forget those. Always carving your toys. We'll keep these safe too.
It feels so different without Davrin. I can't believe he's just gone. We don't talk about it much, but everyone knows it. We wouldn't be here if Davrin hadn't stepped up.
He was a hero. We won't forget it.
Right. We can see it through, the rest of us. We'll fight. We'll win. Early in our search for solace, Varric would ask me, "You sure you want to be here? It won't be easy." And I'd say, "I know. I'm not afraid of difficult." I didn't know how difficult it would be, especially without his wisdom. He could always make sense of things, you know?
I know exactly what you mean.
Right. You were talking to him this whole time.
Just a memory of him. Enhanced by Solas's magic, I think.
I'd take that. Just to hear that voice one more time, telling me it will all be okay. We've tried to get messages through to the Shadow Dragon since Elgernon took over Minrathous. No luck. Nev's always so composed, but she must be worried. It's her city, her friends. Minrathous has already struggled so much. Let's get there quickly. I know I'm ready. I've got a score to settle with Elgernon. For the Titans and Dwarves. He has no idea who he's messed with. You, me, Varric, Nev. We started this. Let's make sure we end it right. Let's finish this, Rook.
Keep expecting Davrin to challenge me to push-ups or something. Or Hassan to come and ask for a treat.
Yeah.
Those figures he carved? I'll get one of the lords to make more. And print his book. He'd want people to learn to kill monsters. And you were right. He'd also want us to finish the job. So just say the word. I'm ready to find out how to make Elgernon burn. The Antam and Ravain have gone berserk. They're killing anything that moves. Be a lot worse if the Dragon King were leading them. The lords have kept them away from cities and towns so far. He saved a lot of lives when you helped me put him down. Elgernon lost it after you disappeared. He raged about us killing Gillenane. Brought down a huge pillar of fire on the island. We barely got away in time. A lot of Antam didn't. It burned so bright that we all saw purple for hours. Turned the whole island to glass. Let me know when it's time. I'm ready. Let me know when it's time. I'm ready.
Hey, Varric. Are you busy? I came to apologize. Yeah, I know. I'm always apologizing for something. I should have seen this sooner. I should have known. Or maybe I did. And I just didn't want it to be true. I can't believe you're gone. I can't believe I lied to myself this long. Why didn't anybody say anything? Maybe they all just think I'm crazy. They're probably right. I am standing here talking to your duster, after all. Anyway, thank you for putting me on your team. for being the voice in my head that told me I was good enough when I didn't believe it. So, I'll go out there and do this. For you. And Davrin, and Assad, and Balara, and everyone else we've lost. Goodbye, Varric. I know where to find you if I need you.
Rook, dearest, please trust me. I must take you to the necropolis before we confront Elganon.
I trust you, Emmerich.
Thank you, darling.
Did we have to risk visiting the necropolis?
I needed its subtler enchantments to detect what we must know. There's no mark of the cursed Solus left on you. Darling, I thought I'd lost you forever in the Fade.
If you and the others hadn't pulled me out. Some watcher I was, stuck in the Fade. And the worst part? I wasn't afraid I'd die. I was afraid I'd be there forever.
You're not. You're here with me.
I did have someone to come back to.
Rook? I was going to fetch some breakfast. Would you like anything? Come again?
What time is it?
It's nearly dawn. I've been up for an hour.
How come?
It's when I normally wake up.
On purpose? Peaceful down here. You could almost pretend nothing's wrong up top.
When I'm with you, it feels as if there isn't.
That's sweet.
I do mean it. Whatever's in store for us, together, my darling. That's how we'll face it.
I know.
What disaster's unfolding out there now?
Well, the moon... You know what? Emmerich will tell you.
Get Valkoran on it. I'm not spending the rest of my existence orbiting the ruins of your hideout.
After we've dealt with Elganon, we must search for Balara. I'll not leave that poor girl wherever that monster jailed her.
No news on what happened to her?
No. I'd attempt scrying, but the Fade is in an uproar.
If we can find her, we will. How's things back home, Emmerich?
Outbreaks of malicious spirits, panic at the eclipse. The Watchers are helping keep order. Fortunately, we're not as vulnerable to darkspawn as some other kingdoms.
You can't blight what's already dead.
Ah, speaking of which, some of the same undead you stopped during the War of the Banners are now tasked with supporting our living legions.
It's probably for the better I'm not home right now, then.
Best to let our undead gentry sate themselves in war.
When Gillenane died, it was like the Fade spilled into the real world for a moment.
A small taste of what Solus would have done if you hadn't stopped him from tearing down the veil back when this started.
It was a team effort. Me, Harding, Nev, and Varric.
We ask you to plunge back into battle without a proper chance to mourn. Davron's room is as he left it, as though he might stroll in with Hassan one day.
They were heroes. To the end.
Indeed they were. I'm relieved beyond measure that we took the time to visit Blackthorn Manor, Rook. Given Johanna's partnership with the Venatori, I'm sure they would have eagerly employed her bone construct had we not stopped her.
Puh. I'll have to put together something more useful once I'm out of here.
We've already discussed the likelihood of this, Johanna. I'll be ready whenever you are, dearest.